What do we know about this potential CIA bribe and cover-up so far?
Yeah, so what we've heard is some of it's not specific, but basically 6 out of the 7 scientists originally stated that they thought that this was from a lab leak. And it makes sense. As a scientist, as an ER doctor, not much else makes sense other than a lab leak. Then suddenly they changed their opinions based on essentially a bribe. They were promised a bonus if they would reconsider and say, no, we think this came from a natural, of course, such as a bat or a dog or whatever you want to say it came from. The fact of the matter is it never made sense from the beginning because China put a considerable amount of effort into proving that it came from a natural source, which they could never prove. If it came from a natural reservoir, then it would have still existed. That's how viruses exist. They continue in the same species, but we've never been able to identify that whatsoever. So the only remaining natural theory that makes sense is from the lab leak, from a lab that, by the way, remember said we were going to do we want to get funding for this advancement of technology so we can actually have gain of function. We said no. They did it anyways. Usually when you ask for that kind of funding, they've already started anyways.
Right.
It was embarrassing to our government. In my opinion, Fauci covered it up because he was embarrassed that we were funding it to begin with, even if it was with or without our permission. Why the CIA got involved with it would have to have been some sort of direction from the president. Otherwise, I don't know why they'd want to cover it up, quite frankly. And that's what we get to the bottom of, is the next step of why there was such a cover-up. Why would the CIA get involved in pushing their thumb down on the scales of justice and figuring out what actually happened? That's what's really worrying people all the way around. When the government comes in and they have an issue that has nothing to do with getting what's right and just, not finding the truth, but just playing politics, that always worries us. From the beginning of time, the establishment of our country, we've had a deep mistrust of government, and especially when they do these sort of things, it just makes us more worried.